Alright, hey, while we're waiting for Anno to boot up, hi everyone. All zero of you, how y'all doing? Having a good night? Anyway, um, the fucking AI games are on sale. You can get both of them now for $44, which is a goddamn steal, seeing how they're both usually about $100 for both. Go fucking buy them. Now. I am not telling you politely. I am in fact violently telling you to go fucking buy the games. They are a masterclass in storytelling. A fucking masterclass. Anyway, fucking devs liked the tweet. It got a lot of attention. So hey, thanks Anno devs, you're pretty neat. Well, a lot, comparatively. Alright. What we got going on here? Got some fucking trouble, eh? Not during the Queen's funeral, you don't. You see, us police don't work during the Queen's funeral. God, imagine shutting down the fucking food banks for some old bag biting it. Ain't that just fucking sad? Anyway, that's just the world we find ourselves in. Haha. Not the darkest. Not the bleakest. The fucking goofiest timeline. It's a factio pugni. Wait, it's fifth assault this month. President Jane has once again pushed her agenda of policing not good. So I looked up how long to beat. We should be able to beat this. Tonight, by putting the time, put the work, the hours. You stay hungry, we devout, you know, that kind of. Will I get fucking copyright stricken for that? I mean, I did play some Wii music. That was Corn Boy. I already talked to him last night. How much money? I don't have any fucking money. I don't have any capacity.
Hi.
Is there anything I can... Oh, I should probably check my inventory. There's no money in the cyberpunk future. Yeah, there is. I hate to tell you. Oh, we're just full up on fucking corn juice. Hiya, Funk, how are you? Can I not? Oh, there we go. Ranged weapon. I'm here and alive, and that's the best I got. You know what? Sometimes that's all you need. Today, I On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I gotta work 10-hour shifts. Because I'm a good little Ouija who says yes to his boss more than he should. And I mean the money's good. I mean I just got a pay bump, so it's like, fuck it, I'll take it. I want a higher critical on my gun. I'll take that 10% increase. And yeah, I was getting a little sleepy, a little tired, if you will. Feel that usually. Do you get some fucking mad overtime with like 50 hours? Or is that part of the stupid fucking contract?
A long time ago, a group of patients exposed issues with the mechanicovirus vaccines. They disappeared into the thin air later on. You can't even find their info on the dark web. Do you think that group and these outcasts are one and the same?
Could be. These people must have lived down here for a long time.
I mean, still, I did barely 2 hours of OT, and that was a good chunk of money. Oh my god, don't fucking say OT at my workplace. They get real fucking squirrely. Like, they had to go to the owner to approve my OT the beginning of last September. And they needed the fucking help. But yeah, no, it stacks up. It's good extra money. I mean, I have that mentality of, like, once I'm there, I'm there. You know, it's like, what am I missing out on? I mean, sleep, but I'm already there. Oh, you're essential. Basically means I know how to do everything, so I get most hours. I mean, that's good. And hopefully they you said they just gave you a raise recently. So, you know what? Well, all my buddies are going to be doing D&D tonight. I'll be over in the stream corner of Funk. I've been meaning to the Funk Discord. Read the food above is colorful. Like here, all yellow and white. So hopefully they keep treating you nice. That'd be optimal. I mean, especially with the new move coming up. Nom nom glug glug. And yay. Sound like you're reading ad slogans. I am peeking. Oh, my gain. Hold on. How's that? Is that better? There's a gain knob on the top, and sometimes when I move the mic arm, it'll tweak it. So I just turned it down. Okay, good. So those are real, the refreshing, colorful water described on the internet. Please, I really want to taste it. Sorry, I don't have it. I'll see if I can bring you one. So there's a side quest over here. Out and out damage. It's useless now. I already spoke with the Elder. God. Leave me alone. If we do finish a little early... Elder wants to see you, so I should go back to the Elder? No, it looks like... Oh, here's the steps. Right here. I gotta head down. Oh, Skitari looking ass. Ah, they're here finally. I've sent the letter for you. They are ferocious and don't understand language, but you were chosen by the elders, so you should be fine. Yeah, right? She's formidable. And you, Miss Upper Terran's friend, the artificial Upper Terran, may the spring water bring you good results. Yes, a delicious bottle of Poland Springs. Thank you for my overtime. The anniversary model have they given away? Just gotta buy them. There's an Age of Sigmar one and a 40k one. I'll put in the Discord. Radical. Let's go check that out. Thanks for helping. Our elder is expecting you. Back to the elder. Thank you. You've solved our crisis. Can you tell me how to get out of here now? Don't worry. A promise is a promise. Oh, it's in tabletop. Hold on. Oh, that's the one that they're giving out? Or, well, you're buying? Yeah, I've seen that. That's been around. The fucking Inquisitor model. I don't really like the Inquisition. Per se. It's because they're a little bit too, I mean, well, there is the funniness. The parody in the evil space Catholics. They just rubbed me the wrong way. Do you understand how dangerous it is? Do you still want to go out there? Yes, I must go there. I have a brother to save. Fine, I'll tell you the location. You will face more mutants along the way. You better prepare yourself first. Thanks for the reminder. Take care.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were up here.
Oh, no problem, bud.
And those are the two that they're selling. I need
Yes,
the Inquisitor.
I
That's a mighty tasty looking Inquisitor. I gotta admit.
I don't know. They're doing like a big thing where you come in, those are for sale. I think they're going for 30 apiece. And if you get so much stuff, they give you like free gifts and stuff. Hey, it's actually pretty cool. They're doing it for like a whole week, and it's not like a first come first serve. I can go in and say, hey, I'd like to get the Inquisitor. I'd like to get the Orc. And when they order them for me, then I just go back and pick them up when they're in.
Oh, so I don't even have to go to my Games Workshop website?
Oh no, like I just go to the store. I think it's basically whenever the store has a anniversary, because this is a straight up Warhammer store, Game Workshop store. This is not like a local place, because around me it's all just a local place. But basically they have their anniversary, and then you can go in there and they have all the stuff to give away. It's like, hold on, I had it here. Let's back up. Yeah. So like we go in, and if you spend $80, you get like 2 free pins. One's like a big ass Space Marine, and one's like a Stormcast Eternal. Apparently, if you spend like $170, you get a big ass thermos. Because it's in a box for $250, and then if you spend like $330, you get a big ass carrying case for all your models and stuff. I don't plan on spending that much because I'm probably going to go get the Inquisitor, and I'm going to get the book of short stories they're selling, and then that'll be it for me.
Yeah. Man, I have a GW shop a town over, too. Shit, I might go pick up that Inquisitor.
I don't know if he's going to be like just straight up for sale, but I do know this. Hold on a second. I just had that information too. The squats will be up for pre-order here very soon. The Leagues of Baton.
How much are those boxes?
That.
I'm guessing at least $250.
Okay. Leagues March pre-order. Okay. So next week you can start pre-ordering. A lot of times, depending on like what they are, they can be like about 200.
So I remember getting my my first guard box for like 180.
I think, because I remember. Well, I know. Let's see. How much was the? In fact, you know what? Let me look at it. Let's go over GW. Go into the W. Not have a price. I think it depends. Now, this is just the Leagues of Baton box set. I don't know if it's the Battle Force or if it's just more like a start collecting thing. But I know like recently they put out the new Orc Battle Force, and it ran about 200.
Okay.
So that was basically like every new model they had at that point. GW, don't stop trying to get me some money. I'm trying to move into a house. I'd like to be able to live in a house.
Maybe we can spend some grub bits to upgrade our suit.
God damn it, the amble bots. Those things are beautiful.
Like,
from Necromunda.
because I don't want to commit to the whole box, but just because of my backlog, right?
Oh no, I feel that. Like, I have so many orcs to paint, but it's like Squatch are looking at me. I'm just like, dude, why are y'all so fucking cool?
Why do you speak to me?
And that's it. Why do you speak to? Why did you guys go full fucking Deep Rock Galactic? Because like I was kind of reading up on some of the new lore, like some of the leaks they have, and one thing they do is, you know, because there's no good guys and no bad guys. Everybody's like, oh well, these guys see kind of reason and all this, and it's like, oh, no, they will strip mine a planet with you still on it and not give a fuck. And I was like, I kind of love that for some reason. Don't ask me why, but I do.
Efficient. Yeah, like that's the first step of getting into 40k, just realizing that no one's the good guy.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's why I like the orcs. It's like, I've always made the joke that orcs are the closest thing they have to good guys, just because they're loud party boys who don't understand why nobody else wants to be loud party boys.
Yeah.
They don't seem to have the box on here yet, so I'm probably going to say it'll probably be anywhere from 2 to 250.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Because let me see if I can pull that back up with the information. Because yeah, there we go. What I like is my Warhammer store. It's in New Orleans, and it's called River Bend because it's literally in the bend of the Mississippi River. And I don't know, just something about that. I love that, you know, it's got its own name. Okay, here we go. There we go. Leagues of Baton Army set. Damn, it's got 25 miniatures in it.
Yo.
Doesn't. Oh, you get 50 cards, punch board, 63 tokens. Yeah, it does not have a price on it, but yeah, with that much stuff, I'm gonna say probably 250.
because I would totally love to pick up one of the commanders and a infantry squad.
I honestly want to get there. I don't know what he's called exactly, but I've been calling him the Macromancer, the wizard with the robot
Yeah,
control.
yeah. That's the one I want.
Who created you?
Let's see.
It's the ginger dwarf, right?
The one I saw, I think, had him with a white beard. I was like, I'm gonna paint him a fun shirt color. So you know that guy.
No, it's okay. On all my Lehman Russes, they have a nice silver trim to them.
And that guy.
These are like the 2 hero units you get in the box over in tabletop.
What if I like both of them?
So you apparently both can be fielded. I mean, like you're one. It's been a long wait to be able to use your hands on the newest faction for 40k. The Leagues of Auton launched 25 new miniatures. Uthar the Destined, who can be assembled as a call, and Einhar Champion, who I'm believing is the guy with the fist. Then you get 3 Herndon Pioneers, which are basically the space Vikings, and I'm putting it in there. And then you get 20 Clan Warriors. First Warriors, I'm sorry. You get 20 of these guys, too. I love their little suits.
You love their little what?
Their little suits.
I know! It's so good! I just want them. It's not obnoxious power marine armor. They're just little dudes having a time.
That's it. It's just it's like I really like the new orcs. I bought some of the new orcs recently, and I love them. Like I love the old ones. The old ones have a little more customization to them, but these guys here have got a lot of personality to them. Like little things you can do with them. And I so badly want to get the fucking kill team working. Like no, we need to hold on something because we're going to the house, we're going to do all this shit, and you're going to go to Riverbend next in 2 weeks. So yeah. And I'm like, the orcs need a home. Them boys need a home. They need a loving home. They need to be taken care of.
They belong in the Octarian sector.
And instead of my other guys. I also need to get some pink paint on over there. Look at that. I could just get that one of the local places around here.
Yeah, like I would be the first person to say GW charges way too much for their shit, but I will also shill really hard for their paints. Because I really like Citadel paint.
They are pretty great. That's like the one thing I will recommend Citadel. Everything else, I'm like, nah, you can get that shit third party. But
Like-
also, Andy says that you might want to turn your game volume down a little bit and to boost me, apparently. Apparently I'm quiet and the game's a little loud.
Okie dokie. Wait, I have stream controls.
Oh, yeah.
Boost you. Alright. A little loud. They're getting yelly.
Can't wait till, one day I'm popular enough I can afford a Steam or one of those little stream decks. Like, they seem really neat, but I'm like, yeah, I don't need that right now.
No, it's just like what happened earlier today when I got that PM.
Dude, I get those a lot. And like I said, I had one tell me that, oh, well, your work is a little amateur. And I was like, and? Andy says it is perfect now.
Alright, perfect. Like, on one half, I appreciate the hustle. You know what? You're doing what you need to do. You're out there marketing yourself.
Yeah.
But, like, what about me says that I am a high-value customer?
I mean, I feel that because it's like, I'm sitting here like, hey, part of the charm of, like my streams is basically the fact that I don't have like a lot of technology behind it. It's just, fuck it, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, I just set up with my tablet or whatever game we're playing, which I'm also honestly thinking very seriously about opening up The Witcher here because I have been wanting to play through all those games concurrently for a while, and I'm like, fuck, I may start that tonight.
Hey, they're good stream games. Just make sure you double check what you need for The Witcher 1 because it is getting up there.
You want to move out?
Yeah, I've had that one for a minute, and let's see, I was gonna play Final Fantasy, but it's like I'm kind of like I'm in a bit of not really a pickle, but I'm just like, man, I really want to level a DPS because I can level a tank like a motherfucker. And so I was like, all right, so let's pick a DPS. And I'm torn going back and forth between Ninja and Reaper because I like both.
Yeah.
I got Samurai at 80. Oop, pardon me, I'm sorry.
No worries.
I got Samurai like 80 and I like it, but it's also a very like selfish DPS class. Like I don't give out buffs or anything.
Oh, you collect your stickers and you do your damage.
That's it. I know I'm one of those people I like to, give out buffs and everything, which is why I kind of like Bard, but at the same time I prefer melee DPS.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
Oh, you finished up Gloomwood, right? I didn't
did.
catch the end. What did you think?
I really enjoyed it. I got a little bummed when I was like, oh well, fuck. I didn't realize it was like that short. I was like, I would have dicked around more. But no, I liked it, especially like once I looted the shotgun. I was just like, now I have the power of God on my side with my stealth shotgun.
Really feels like the Evil Dead at that point because you load that fucker up and nobody's gonna fuck with you after that.
Like one of the dudes in the black coats was coming after me, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" I was like, "Well, no time like present to try this." And I hit him with that thing, and just blew a grapefruit-sized hole through him, and was like, "Well, that worked. I'm gonna do that again." Yeah, honestly, it was a lot of fun. I like even though it's like so early access, there's a lot of like cool things to fuck around with.
Pretty impressive. You are not as dumb as I thought, see. Hey, tell me your name. On second thought, don't. We'll meet again. We'll see who's stronger. You remind me of someone. Too bad. They're dead.
Here you go. Have a mirror. I don't know what's happening. The game looks pretty though.
It looks cool. I really like the art style of it.
Look at these Qatari motherfuckers.
I would say they're actually probably the coolest thing so far.
What happened?
You really don't remember? You changed until you later. Just now he passed out. Luckily, this guy saved you.
The Elder sent you here?
Yes, he sent us to help you. You were lying on the ground when we arrived.
Do you know that silver-haired man?
No, I've never seen an Upper Terran like him. Up ahead, it'll be even more dangerous. The Elder asked me to give you this. He said it would come in handy. We can only go this far. Be careful, Upper Terran. Good luck.
I need to ask you a question. What do I call you most often?
Why are you asking this all of a sudden?
Just answer me. It's important.
Darling?
Good. That means you are Anne. You just turned into a completely different person. I had to make sure you're still my Anne. Hey, I swear I'm not making it up.
This feels like the thing I should have read a primer book on that I didn't get.
I don't remember.
I feel that.
We'd better leave this dangerous place first.
Oh, okay.
Like, what's wrong with including a little PDF with the supplementals? Like old...
Just saying, hey, here you go. Here's what you need to know.
Like, RimWorld has one, and you wouldn't expect that for a game like RimWorld. Spider plush.
It's one of those things. Sometimes they just put in like the weirdest game, and you don't expect it to be like, oh, here's an entire breakdown of the world. Honestly, I can appreciate that. It's like it's always something nice to find.
It's easier to immerse. Like, this one game that I played, Brigador, it is a isometric tank shooter.
Yeah.
And it has a whole fucking audiobook that comes with it.
Well, shit.
Yeah, it's really cool. Now, have I listened to the audiobook? Nah. Be like,
That's something I wish they would have put in with shit. Near Replicant. I never got a chance to play the first Near, and I never finished Near Automata. I got decently far, and then something happened. I need to go back and play that one day. Probably, no, I might do this as a stream or something. But
it's a good stream
I
game.
remember it's fun too, and like I you know, there's a lot of stuff to do to it. So, but I did not realize that Replicant was more in the vein of like Legend of Zelda compared to Automata trying to be kind of like Devil May Cry.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Replicant, Automata was made by Platinum.
Yeah.
Which is, so, there's a little bit of a difference. Replicant was just kind of made as is. Although, well, the new version of it did have some involvement from Platinum devs.
Yeah.
To kind of help make the combat. The combat's fine in it. I really enjoyed it.
Hey, it's a solid combat system. Once I realized it fought more like, you know, Legend of Zelda than it did, you know, fucking Devil May Cry or anything like that. I was like, oh, okay, well now I know how to fight, because I kept trying to, you know, rely on like my Twitch reflexes, and it just didn't work that well. I was like, oh, well, if I just do this here, I'll get away from that and I'll be fine. But then it was like, nah, it don't work that way.
Just with Replicant, be ready to sit down and buckle in for some repeat, for some extra paths, and don't be like me and forget to save before the last one.
I've heard that. Somebody told me make sure I'm getting all the weapons, and I was like, well, I'm looking for them.
You don't have to. Actually, wait, I think you do. For an ending. You don't have to upgrade them, you just gotta collect them.
Yeah, I think I just had to get them. Like, I didn't have them all like maxed out. I just had to possess all of them. So.
Speaking of Reapers.
It sounds kind of silly, but like, you know, I didn't want to fuck with Reaper for a long time because I was like, oh, there's so many of them. I don't want to mess with this. And, you know, I haven't even started Endwalker. Like, I'm right there, but I just don't know what class I want to take through Endwalker. But what got me to pick Reapers, I was messing around. I think I was watching Menthol or watching a friend of ours play No More Heroes 2. And the song Philistine came on, which is the boss theme, and I can't remember her name suddenly, but like I love that shit. So I was like, I could be a Reaper, and then I started messing. I was like, this is actually pretty fun.
Yeah, that's what I've heard about them. They're just a little, to me, they're a little mechanically weird. Just because it's like I mostly play older classes.
Yeah.
So it's like I took one look at Sage and I'm like, nah, I don't need the graphing calculator for this. I don't want to go through the trouble.
Yeah. I tried Sage out and I'm like, let's do this. And I tried it out and I was like, oh my god, I'm a fucking nerd. And it's just like, I never went back to it. But then, like, I tried Reaper and I was like, wait a minute. This is like the same rope for when I'm doing Dark Knight shit. Or it's like you do a combo until you fill a meter, then you unload everything out of that meter in a small burst window, and then repeat. I was like, I can do this. And it is fun. It's like, it's also very swooshy. So like you're moving around, you feel like there's a lot of action, a lot of movement going on with it. And it reminds me of messing around with the Scythe Neville and Devil May Cry 3, which was like my favorite weapon in that game. So.
Really? See,
Because all the moves are very flashy. Like there's no just I'm just gonna swing it. It's like I'm gonna swing it. I'm gonna twirl it on the end of my hand. You know, all that kind of stuff.
all right, look at this guy that I'm standing next to. Can you tell me that that isn't just AdMech?
Oh, that's just a tech priest out on vacation. Menthol bitches.
I am mutated. You are mutated. Hey, Nosferatu, we're asking questions here. Have you seen a young human come by here? Maybe, maybe not. We're not concerned with earthly matters. Can I interest you in the dark lore? Oh no, it's Dark AdMech. Oh no, run. I've been catching up on 40k lore, as you know. And I'm just finding out little bits and pieces I haven't... Hi, Menthol. I've been finding out about Dark AdMech, and I thought AdMech itself was nutty. No. No, 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 no.
Oh no, like they're okay. So what I always kind of recommend to everybody, and it's a lot of books, but you don't have to read all of them because a lot of times there's a lot of good catch-up stuff on it. If you want the really good origin of like everything, there's always the Horus Heresy books, and there's actually one called Mechanicum, and it talks about how there ended up becoming a civil war between the Mechanicus on Mars, because the way it's set up, humanity basically all lives on Earth, and they've taken off to the stars. You know, there was the Dark Knight; they all got separated. Now the Emperor's got enough manpower that he's like, "Fuck it, I'm getting everybody back together, and we're gonna take over the galaxy." And they got to working on that. Well, the AdMech live on Mars and are doing their thing. Have been doing their thing for many years. And what ends up happening is the rise of the Dark Mechanicum, which is basically a virus that gives them like untold power, but at the cost of like their souls.
Isn't that what the scrap virus is? Or the
It's got
scrap?
a bunch of different ones. Also, what's up, Menthol?
Hey, Menthol.
Hey.
Now, there's several different viruses actually. Like one of the most common ones is called like the Obliterator virus, and that's kind of how you end up with like the Obliterators, which are Chaos Terminators. That their entire like all their armor gets corrupted and basically turns them into like a living mech for the most part.
Yeah, I saw the minis for them. They're fucking cool.
They're pretty cool. Like honestly, that's one of the things I do like about 40k Chaos. I'm not a big fan of 40k Chaos. I honestly prefer Fantasy Chaos because it seems more threatening to me, and there's a lot more like I feel like the Eldritch horror they try to put into it is implemented better in Fantasy than it is in 40k.
Well, in 40k, they know exactly what's causing it. In fantasy, it's more nebulous. It seems like a force of nature rather than... whatever, it's the same thing with like midi-chlorians. Don't explain it with science. It's just spooky space magic.
Oh yeah. Which also reminds me, I need to. Well, I started doing last year. I started doing my 40K straight through reading, and I need to do that.
Yeah, I want to read. Isn't the Heresy series like 30 books though?
The book, no, the books are like you can get the paperbacks for like $10.
No. I mean like the length of it.
Oh. Let me look. Can't remember what exactly it is.
What? How long is the Horus Heresy?
Yeah, it's. Let me pull this up.
As long as they can make it, dude.
Well, no, it's actually ending.
How much money can we get?
In fact, if I remember correctly, the last book they just put out is the second to last book.
Yeah, wait till the next Horus Heresy.
Until the
That would
Indominus Crusade Heresy.
Or the fucking, what is it, the Black Crusade part fucking, what, 35 that is going to fail like the other 34 did?
There we go, okay.
Because Abaddon's a goddamn fucking failure.
61 volumes.
Jesus, 61's a lot.
It is, like... Let's see, I've read that one, I got that one.
Yeah, good old Abadabadoo can't manage a crusade to save his damn life.
Nah. He kind of just jobs like a motherfucker every time. So I feel like I feel like recently they're trying to expand more and bring in like more threats, different threats. Like they've been dealing with a lot lately has been, you know, like Nurgle has been kind of like the prominent chaos god for a little bit now.
Those weird mutating beasts. Where did they come from?
I mean, Nurgle could definitely get some love.
He got a lot. Like
Must have kept them.
I haven't read Indominus because it looks
Could ask
dull.
the Elder.
Like
Let's visit Mr.
I still need to sit down and read The Infinite and Divine because like I want to read some Necron action. I'm going with
I
that.
still gotta finish that. I didn't finish the audiobook. I got like 7.5 hours in. Fucking took a break on it. Never came back to it.
I feel that. But yeah, I got that. I got that to read. But like, I don't know. I don't know if they could do another Horus Heresy because I'm thinking of like lore events that could turn into something that massive again. There's not much.
Paul pulls an Order 66 with all the Primaris. Gonna happen.
That has actually been covered in the Plague War. Though. Now that would be funny as fuck if that happened, though. Huh? I don't know. They haven't really talked. I haven't read much about them talking about like what's going to happen when some of the Primaris Marines go to Chaos.
I think some of them already have been captured. I don't know if it was by Eldar or Dark Eldar or Chaos, but some of them have been captured.
I had to look into that.
It amazes me, honestly, that after the whole Thunder Warriors debacle, the Emperor of Mankind didn't put like an auto kill switch in all Space Marines from that point onwards.
I feel like,
Like,
at
oh,
some
you
point,
gonna act up? Click.
I feel like at some point there's going to be something like that. Like it's going to be some kind of big reveal that he's got that in there.
Yeah, like
Nah.
Paul, I can see doing it because he's smart enough and he's paranoid enough to do some shit like that. From what I've read
Yeah.
about him. But like the Emperor, he seems like he was kind of high on his own farts a little bit and just like, nah, man, nobody can take me. Fuck him.
Hello, can I introduce you to Horus Lubricae? He can take you.
I mean, he kind of took him, and then he got his fucking soul deleted.
That was it.
So that's not
It was-
really taking him, is it?
Hey,
It's like,
he's
how
a
taken
corpse
is it?
now.
He got some good hits in, but
He's like, "Ha, I defeated you, father," and then it's like, then you just see the Emperor just like, "Oh well," and he just presses the fucking delete key, and he's gone.
like didn't kill him, deleted him.
Deleted this man from
I'm gonna do-
existence.
I'm gonna do so much damage to you, even the Chaos Gods won't be able to find the scraps that are left. There ain't gonna be shit left in the Immaterium when I'm done. The only thing left of you will be a curse on your name.
And it was all because, like, he killed Sanguinius. It's just like the Emperor was so mad. He's like, you killed my perfect little hockey boy.
Yep. I can't believe you killed Space Jesus, you son of a bitch. He's like, well, excuse me, Dad, I'm not the one that fucked Mount Everest.
It's not my fault, Dad. You don't understand.
No, you don't understand, Dad. The Chaos God showed me a vision of the future where you're gonna do the. Oh wait, shit! I might not have should have trusted them.
You don't understand, Dad. I had a bad dream where you just left us out behind, and you didn't come back and get me from the McDonald's play place, and I
Well,
was very scared.
No, it's like if fucking. It's like in the Spectacular Spider-Man when Venom goes around talking shit about all the evil Spider-Man's doing and how bad he is.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man points out, you're taking advice from an alien monster who calls himself Venom.
Mhm.
Consider the source, asshole.
Well, it's like, okay, so I can't remember which one it is. Okay, so when I did my big in order read along, I started reading these here, and I read Horus Rising, False Gods, Galaxy in Flames, Flight of the Eisenstein, which is a really good one.
That's what I've
Fulgrim, which was
heard.
pretty good. Flight of the Eisenstein is like, and I kept saying Einstein for so fucking long, then I realized, like, oh wait, but it's really good, and also introduces Nathaniel Garrow, who's probably my favorite character from this so far. Let's see, Descent of Angels, I haven't read yet. That's kind of where I stopped last, because that is the. No, I did finish that one because I listened to the audiobook on that one. Then there's Legion, Battle for the Abyss. That's kind of where I'm at now. Legion and Battle of the Abyss. I haven't fucked with those, so I'm only like in order read. I'm only like 7 books in, but I've read a bunch of these here because I mean they're good. A lot of them are all self-contained, but they do add to the overarching narrative if you read them in some sort of order. But sorry, I had a point there and I let it run away from me.
That's all right. I want to know more about the books anyway.
See, okay, here's what. So, slight spoiler. Actually, pretty good spoiler. Well, no, you've seen me talk about Erebus.
Yeah,
I won't talk about that. So, because it's something like I want you to read, or if you read it on your own, then realize like kind of how stupid the moment was. You'll be like, how the fuck was this guy put in charge of the entire goddamn Imperium?
the Emperor is fallible. Hello.
Oh no, it was Horus. Because what happens? The Emperor, he's got his crusade going. He's got most of his sons back. In fact, I think he's got them all at this point. And he retires to Terra to work on his new grand project, which is the Webway project. Like that's not even like a spoiler. That's just something everybody, is out there. Like he's going to work on this. So he tells Horus, he's like, "Hey Horus, you've been doing really good. You're the best. You're going to be my war master. You get to speak as if I were speaking, and you're going to run this whole fucking army. And I'm going to go back to Terra when your brother Rogel Dorn, who's going to fortify the shit out of the solar system." And that's basically happened. And then the heresy happens where Horus is eventually convinced that, oh well, the Emperor went back because he doesn't trust us and he's leaving us all to do this, and I got to do all the work for him, and Daddy's making me mow the yard, and I don't like it. There is a reason I posted that in tabletop earlier about Horus or about Erebus, where it's like everybody. I've never met anybody that's been like, I kind of like this Erebus dude. Everybody just like, fuck Erebus. All my homies hate Erebus.
Dude, everyone hates Erebus, and if they don't hate Erebus, they don't know enough about Erebus.
He literally ruins every goddamn thing.
Yup. The whole reason he's called Erebus is because he was jealous of a dude and killed the motherfucker and stole his name.
Yup. Yeah, I got that. I think I got that Dark Apostle book right here. Has a
Like, bruh, his whole, identity is being a shit.
mm-hmm.
That's why I stand by that statement I made a second ago. If you don't know enough about Erebus, you might not hate Erebus. But that's because you don't know enough about him. The more you learn, the more you hate the bastard.
Exactly, because I could talk about the moment where everything kind of goes to hell with him, and you'll hear it, and you're just like, this was the worst fucking plan ever. Why did it work?
Yep. Erebus is King Bumblefuck. He fell down the stairs and somehow ended up winning the race.
And we don't know how. I thought, what's up, Morgan?
Hey,
Hello.
Oh, I just came. Well, I came home a while ago, but I just got on the computer.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I got a cold one to go with the chilling.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm using my way too much Warhammer knowledge to try and scare Oz with it, but it's not working. He's just getting more interested in it.
Oh,
Terrible.
Oswald. He's always been interested in that 40K.
nah, I tell you the real hero of 40k. It's not the orcs. It's Trazen.
I mean, you got a point.
Because, like, love him or hate him, you gotta admit, Trazen's kind of doing a good thing. Like, his motives are pure.
Which one is Trazen?
just-
Is he the Necron that collects
Yeah,
shit?
he's the Necron that just goes around stealing shit. Yeah.
Oh, what's his name? He put that, he put the fucking governor of Cadia in his collection.
Yeah.
Right as the planet was blowing up.
Yeah, he does that a lot, where he'll just drop in on a war zone and be like, that'll make for a good display, and just drops a time stop bubble on the area, takes the entire chunk of land and everyone on it with him. This part of the battle is now eternity. This is a display. These people are alive. This is exactly how it happened on the battlefield. Enjoy! Welcome to the museum.
Like, there's only a handful of Necrons that actually, like, have a personality. But they all seem really fucking cool.
Oh yeah, the ones that have the personality, it's like they all. How would you describe it to me, Menthol, talking about the Infinite Divine, where it's kind of like grumpy old men, but they're robots?
It's grumpy old men taken to, like, not the 11th degree, but like the 11 millionth degree. Imagine if the grumpy old men were immortal and were constantly, like, cracking planets just to piss each other off. That's what the Infinite and the Divine is about.
It's kind of like that thing where they're like, okay, so you get $1 million, but your worst enemy gets $2 million. So it's kind of like, okay, you get to be an immortal space robot, but your friend also, or your enemy also gets to be an immortal space robot, and you keep running into each other, that kind of shit.
And, like, they have a mutual respect for each other. It's just they hate the shit out of each other at the same time. Because there are bits where in that book you see them kind of get along for a little bit, and they make a good team. But then one of them points it out, and the other one's like, fuck you! Shut up! Just immediately.
I don't need your shit. I'm just gone.
Yeah. And one of the best sequences in that book, as far as I've gotten in it, is a courtroom sequence. Now, let me explain the gravity of me saying that. Funk, how many times have you heard me just absolutely shit on Law and Order?
Oh, dude, like, it's... Hearing you shit on Law and Order is more thorough than hearing me shit on an accurate history.
Like, bro, I do not like Law and Order. I don't like most courtroom shows.
No, I've listened to you pick that shit apart to like a cellular level.
But, like, to see a courtroom scene in Warhammer that involves time travel fuckery every time you get the answer wrong and the court decides against you, and the guy that's on the other side of the courtroom trying to get you in trouble slowly figuring out, this son of a bitch is rolling time back. I see what you... Alright, I got you now. You came to play. I see what's up. Like, that is an incredible chapter in that book.
What are you talking about? Empire, the Divide?
Infinite and the Divine. There's like a whole ass chapter in that book of them just going to court in the Necron High Courts. And there's like an executioner in the room saying, if either one of y'all fucks around, I'm cutting your head off first thing. And all reanimation protocols have been stalled while you're here in this courtroom. So if I kill you, you're done. Don't even try it. If I catch you fucking around, you're out. And Oregon the Diviner is still like, I'm a fuck around.
Remind me, because like talking about the courtroom scene, maybe I need to make like Necrons on the court at some point. Necron like Necron Ace Attorney, some shit like
Necron
that.
Saul Goodman.
Nice.
Hold on, I'm writing that down. That's going on the official pad.
Objection.
Objection! For you see, Your Honor, and then he just disappears. It's a Necron Ace Attorney. I'm gonna see what that takes me.
Also, I think I've heard the most colorful and hilarious way to describe humans drinking coffee ever in that book.
Oh boy.
These primates guzzling bean water.
God, I'm gonna say that next time. Like I go to the GameStop down the road and like I walk in past that Starbucks. I'm just going, God, you humans guzzling your bean water.
Disgusting.
Because like, despite being robots, they do have an olfactory sense. So like Trazen and Oregon can smell coffee, and they're like, "What the hell is that?" It's something that humans do. These fucking primates love guzzling down bean water. Weird. It's just really great to see like not only robots but alien robots just kind of like criticize the shit out of human culture.
It's kind of why I'm okay. I'm better with the Necron shitting on humanity, because at least they, you know, have some legit shit to say about it, and it's not like
they got
the
a leg to
Eldar.
stand on.
That's it. It's not like the Eldar over here going, I can't believe these humans over here using the 3-pronged forks and not the superior 4.
Remind me, who BDSM and murder fucked a god into existence?
That would be the Eldar.
Yeah. I wouldn't be hucking stones in that glass.
That's it.
Craft world.
The Necron over here, like, we put our gods into immortal machine bodies and fought them like Pokemon.
Yeah, we use our gods as batteries.
Well, so do the humans.
Kinda.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, they use it more as like a navigational beacon. The Emperor is now like a buoy out there in the warp.
Yeah, he's just like a big galactic fucking psychic lighthouse.
So where are we going?
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, that reminds me of my favorite line from the Emperor's text-to-speech device. How the Feth can a giant psychic beacon be flipping you the bird? It is a sign from our Lord on Terra! It is telling us we must all go fuck ourselves!
I love that bit. Him just floating in the background, cutting a flip. Must go fuck ourselves!
Just, it is a sign from our Lord on Terra, we must all go fuck ourselves. Like, good God. That does seem like some shit the Emperor of Mankind would do, just for a laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, guys, I'm so fucking tired of this shit. Cut it out.
Yeah, right. That's why I'm really like, I really bemoan the loss of that series, because it was exactly how I think everyone should look at Warhammer.
It's how I really got into it after I found Space Marine 1.
Right?
I mean, it's legit like a very solid way to get in, because their information is accurate, even though they are shitposting on top of it. But there is a lot of accuracy to it.
That's the thing. It's shitposting, but you can't poke holes in it. It's absolutely airtight.
No. One of my favorite series they did was when they played Upper High, which was basically Werewolf, but with 40k influence.
Hmm.
I wish they would make another episode of that, but probably won't ever see that.
Hey, Hunter the Parenting is pretty good. I'm enjoying that one.
It's pretty fire. I've been liking it.
I need to watch it. I promise Santa I'm going to watch it with him, and I am going to watch it with him, and that may be...
You just gotta be patient.
Yeah, he's got to be patient. I want to watch it. It's just, I don't know, I haven't been able to sit down and watch anything for minutes.
Yeah.
It's like I have something on in the background while I'm fucking around, but I want to be able to pay attention to that shit because it seems like there's a lot going on there.
There is, because a lot of it is it's done in the form of like just audio vlogs.
Yeah.
Like they have a couple of episodes that are like full animated, where they actually have like action and shit going on. But there's like 3 episodes that are long as hell that are just people talking with like a portrait popping up, and that's it. Might as well be a glorified codec call. But like,
Honestly.
they're
But I
good.
mean, it's good.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I love codec calls.
Ah, you're back. How was your trip?
So you give me some funny codec calls. That's one of my favorite things, watching people make shit posts with codec calls.
Oh yeah, my favorite moment of Metal Gear Solid 3 is a codec call. The bit with the glowing mushrooms when you call him back and you're like, it did recharge my batteries, and then you hear Sigint step over and talk to paramedic, and he's like, he's going fucking nuts. We got to get this guy out of the field.
Mm-hmm.
The Gatekeeper project involves this monstrous girl.
None of your concern. Anyway, as long as the girl has awakened,
God, I love the.
can stop our plan. Just
I know. Like canonically, he's probably fairly intelligent, but I kind of like the fan canon of Big Boss, Big and Basic, just like an idiot that runs entirely on instinct out there on his own.
Mm-hmm. Also, don't forget, according to Peace Walker, Big Boss invented Axe body spray and Doritos.
That's true.
Oh, you know, speaking of Kojima games, you know how there's Monster in Death Stranding?
Which one? Like, just the monsters, like the Death Stranding?
No, like Monster Energy drink.
Oh, yeah.
That was supposed to be for Red Bull, but the lawyers never got back in time.
I bet they're kicking the shit out of themselves for that one.
Yeah, I can just fucking raw dog basic ass Monster and get it I would kill for a canteen that just turns it into White Monster.
Right. You just shake that shit and it turns it into Monster because Monster is apparently more nutritionally stable than fucking water.
Any idea what this place is?
Because you know what doesn't advance time when it touches it? Monster.
Guys, I'm glad we have this monster because I just had to go take a piss and a urate came out.
We have to face that. Ayani, what are you even saying?
See that machine over there? We can use it to clear them.
No, I gotta appreciate like how on the nose some of the advertisements were in that game. Because I know a lot of people saw the monster stuff and was like, ew, really? But the thing is, Kojima's kind of always done that shit with his advertisers. Like, over in Japan, for Metal Gear Solid 3, they had like 4 or 5 exclusive camo skins that you could only get by going to specific stores and getting them to upload the file onto your memory card. Because it was just that store's logo for the camouflage. Like, Kojima don't give a fuck.
I always kind of like those. I remember like back in the day where you could get them to put the Mew on your car, on your what was it? Was it silver at that point? No, it wasn't silver. It was red and blue, I think. Yeah.
I think it was right after Yellow came out. Actually, is when they had that tour.
I think so. I think that was like them promoting Yellow. It was like, "Come get your Mew," and hear about Pokemon Yellow. And I remember going to get mine. The guy didn't know how to put it on there, so I ended up leaving with no fucking Mew.
That fucking sucks.
See, I looked into it, and it's like, hey, is there even one of these places in my state? No!
There was one at the Toys R Us in Hattiesburg, and I remember we went up there because I had to go to the doctor, and like I asked my mom because I was like, this is when I was to get my tonsils taken out, so this is like I'm 10, 11 years old, so whatever.
Shit, you lucky, dude. I had mine taken out at 19.
Man, they took mine out early because like my voice when I turned, I think I was like turned 11. My voice suddenly went to, "Hello there, mother. Can I get some of those delicious fruity pebbles?" And they're like, "That ain't right. We need to take Funk to the doctor." And they're like, "Yeah, your tonsils are like just fuck, my dude. We're going to take your adenoids out, too. And I was like, what the fuck is an adenoid?
Yep.
Don't worry,
So-
that's a treat for me.
And that's what I figured. I was like, is that just like a tax? But we went to do that, and I remember I asked my mom, I was like, hey, look, if I do good at the doctor, you know, don't cause a scene when he puts that fucking thing up my nose. Can we go by Toys R Us? I'm going to go pick up a Mew from a Pokemon game.
Mhm.
And I did good, and he put that fucking thing up my nose to take out the packing, and I was just like, oh my god, this sucks, but I didn't make a scene.
Yup.
And then get over and fucker don't know how to put the Mew on there.
Also, speaking of which, Funkshire, I found a baby photo that proves Menthol has always been a smoker. Check it.
God, I looked at, I was like, what the, I was like, the fucking man this man over here hitting the oxygen pipe.
I'm like maybe a year old in that picture. I'm sitting there getting a fucking updraft machine treatment. Yeah, my mom recently dug out a photo album. It's one of the few that we've got left that are still, like, you know, actually in our possession.
Yeah.
My grandma's decided she wants to hoard all the photos from whenever we were taking photos back in the day. So when she dies, my uncle's not going to let us have any of that shit, and we've pretty much just wrote all those off as a loss. So we have like a book of like a dozen photos, but fortunately we found some that's got like me and my brothers for the only Christmas we ever had together, and it's actually the only photos of all three of us together that exist.
I'm glad you got those.
Yeah, it's nice to have memories like that.
And the problem is, one of my brothers is an absolute bastard, and I've pretty much disowned him. And I found out recently he's living in a ditch. Like, actually sleeping in a ditch. Somebody pulled up and thought he was, like, injured and laying there. And he stood up and was like, excuse you, we're trying to sleep. So... yeah. He's real bad meth fiend, so... And he always fights with everyone. Like, it doesn't matter if he's never met you a day in your life. Like, Casa, for real, you've never met my brother. Somehow, you, Oswald, Funk, and everyone else in this server have fucked him over somehow and owe him a favor. That's his mentality.
Yeah.
You've done something to rob him somehow, and you owe him.
Everybody's against him in the world.
Yep. He's one of those people. So, like, fuck him. If he's gonna be like that, we don't need him.
Oh, yeah. It's
if
just
he comes
sad
back
to
around,
see.
it is. Because we tried to help him for years, and, like, if he's not gonna come back around, ain't nothing we can do about it, you know?
Yeah. Can't constantly suffer for him. He's not gonna change.
That's it. When we buy him a truck and he wrecks it, and then he wants another truck, and then we don't buy it for him, and then he says we're the problem with everything in his life. No, son.
Yeah, fuck that. You see, suddenly my I wasn't mad at him, but like, you know, all the wedding shit. My mom, my dad. I'm sorry, my mom, my brother, and my soon-to-be sister-in-law made a group text to keep bugging the fuck out of me. And I know they're bugging the fuck out of me because it's like stuff they need answers to. And okay, it's fine. Well, I had to, for the first time today, text that thing and get an answer. So I texted, I said, hey, is there anything going on October the 8th? I got one text back from my brother. Yeah.
Let's see how we can get there.
Just yes.
What is it?
I was like, I sat there for a minute. I was like, well,
do you want to hook a motherfucker up with some details?
That's exactly it. I said, okay, I'm gonna go take a shower and hopefully he'll have responded by then. I go take a shower, I come back, he has not responded yet. Okay, what is the fucking plan? Almost immediately, well, that's the day that we're doing the bachelorette party thing. I was like, okay, well, do I have to be there for that? I'm the best man. I have to do your bachelor party next week. I don't think I have to do anything with the bachelorette party. Well, no, but you're invited to come along if you want to. Like, we'd be happy to see you. Like, they're trying to invite me. And I was like, well, no, thank you. I'm checking because I want to go to the anniversary party for the Warhammer place in New Orleans. They're doing it Saturday to next Saturday. I'd like to go.
Yeah.
And my brother was just like, well, he's like, we're doing the bachelorette thing. And what time does it start? Or like, what time are you going? I was like, it's like it basically goes all day from when they open till they close. I'm just gonna go in the morning because I like to just get up early and go places. And everyone's like, oh, well, I can't go because we're gonna go the 14th anyway. And I was just kind of like, motherfucker, I'm not inviting you, but okay. Because I love my little brother to death, but like he has the worst habit of inviting himself places. And I'm like, you don't know shit about Warhammer. What the fuck are you gonna do while I'm in there hanging out with these motherfuckers? I know these people. I'm going to talk to them, and then I'm going to walk across the road to that nice ass pizza place. And I'm going to get that fucking meatball pizza again, and I'm going to be fucking good.
You gonna tell them to load it up with the extra garlic and everything.
That's it. I'd be like, look, you can give me the little meatballs, but I said, but I better get the hell out of some of that Parmesan and the garlic salt on that thing. But yeah,
Nah, that's kind of goofy that like first you don't get no details and then he's just like, yeah, it's the bachelorette party. You don't have to come, but like you're invited. And like,
Why would you go to the bachelorette party? It's
look,
gonna
man, I
be
ain't got
all
no problem
women.
drinking
Yeah,
out of
why
the
would
beer
you
and
why
straw,
would
but
you
I got
go to
other
the
plans, dog.
bachelorette party?
that's it. I was just like, joke's on y'all. I'm bi. I'll drink out of the dick straw.
Okay, that's not really the problem here. It's just I got other shit to do, my dude.
It's like, I got other shit, but I need to know if there's anything I'm actually needed for. That's what I'm asking you.
Like I'll
I'm
show
not.
up for a fucking responsibility, but just for the hell of it, no.
That's it, because like the week after that, they're doing a family shower, which is not like a bridal shower or groom shower. Just everybody gonna get together.
Fuck?
Well, like my family doesn't really believe in like the bridal shower thing, and
Mm,
they don't want like anybody to feel left out. So basically, just doing kind of like a couple slash family shower, where
okay.
family members that haven't met her yet are gonna get to meet her, and family members of her that want to come down can come down and like meet my brother and all this stuff. And you know,
Yeah.
basically, we're celebrating with one of our great sponsors, fucking Little Caesars Pizza, and just doing that, making buying a bunch of Little Caesars, making a bunch of pies and shit because everybody in my family bakes like a fiend, and then just hanging out at the community center back home.
Hey, you know what? Good on them for baking like a fiend because it's better to have that than the alternative of I don't know how to cook. The fuck you
Oh
mean
man,
you don't know how to cook? You human, ain't you?
it's like, you know how to make fire. But
Take food,
also
you heat it up to the point that it's not charcoal, and then you fucking eat it.
you kill you heat it you warm it up enough that the parasites don't kill you, and go to town.
Yeah.
But also, I do have to explain the bachelorette party bit. What's up with that is this poor girl, her entire bachelorette party bailed on her.
Oof. That's
No.
cold.
Like, my brother's bachelor party is the 24th, so it's next Saturday. And like we have all gone through and made sure like there's time on our schedules and we got this day cleared and
Mm,
everything's set up. Well, all her friends except one I can understand because she is like 10 months pregnant at this point. Like when this day comes around, she will be at the point like if that baby ain't got out yet, they better charge that fucker rent.
right.
But
Like that one's understandable, but
yeah,
everybody
the rest
else, like, y'all better have a damn good excuse.
yeah, the rest is kind of fucked off. And I was like, dude, that's not cool.
That's mean. And are they still expecting to be like show up to the wedding and be welcomed with open arms?
I guess I don't know because like I've stayed out of that one because it made me mad. I was like, I need to stay out of this one. I'll get too pissed off if I get involved in this one, and I don't want to fuck anything up. It's already bad enough that I think the maid of honor is kind of like eyeing me up, which normally I'd be like, okay, it's fine, but it's like
But she's a
I
horse
s-
girl.
I don't even know. She's like, I don't know anything about her, but she's like asking questions and shit about me, and like I'm like, dude, no. Plus, I think she's got a kid, and I'm like, I'm not here to be nobody's dad right now.
Sorry, girl. I'm still figuring out my life. I can't really help you figure out his and yours and mine.
It's like, look, it took me a long time to pursue any kind of dream slash passion, and start doing the art thing. I ain't putting this shit on hold again for another 18 years so we can get you crotch gobbling the fuck out of here.
Not just that, but how long did it take us to like crowbar you into getting some mental health help?
Jesus, too fucking long.
Just little shit like that. Little self improvements and self care stuff. Like I said, you still figuring out how to take care of you.
That was it. Shit. It literally took, you know, my mom calling me and crying, thinking that I was about to kill myself, to be like, I better go to the doctor.
Yeah, all right.
That's
When
like,
it hits that point where your mom is telling you something's fucked up, like, okay, hold up.
it's like, yeah, let me, I'll talk to her. I gotta go tomorrow. I will talk to her tomorrow.
Right.
You see, Crotch Goblin sure is funny, but you know what's funnier?
What's that?
Pet sperm.
You know what? I'll tell you one even better than that. This is another one that, you know, kind of jokes on my mama a little bit.
I know this one.
And, you know, Mython knows this one. And when I told this story the first time, I thought I'd killed him. So, my mom is basically, we're the same person. I'm just, you know, a foot and some change taller than she is. And was talking to her one day, and she was.
And your mama
she
might
was,
hit harder.
My mama might hit harder. She has knocked me the fuck out. And I got a pretty steel jaw, but she knocked me straight the fuck out.
That's why I say that, because she knocked your ass out.
Dude, I woke up 3 hours later, and my dad's sitting in the armchair reading the paper, and I was like, what happened? He just looked at me and said, your mama knocked you the fuck out. That's what happened. But, I think her and I can't remember exactly where they were. I want to say her and my dad had gone to Walmart. And it was that, or it might have been bingo night at the library, because my mom works for the library. She does like a bingo night with them. And she's texting me. I was like, hey, so how's bingo night going? Or how's this going? She's like, well, everything's going all right, but there's a bunch of little kids running around. I was like, yeah, that sucks. Something like their mama need to do them like you used to do us. She's like, yeah, these people need to learn how to handle their little semen demons.
Yeah.
And I took that moment where I was like, did I just have a stroke while reading?
It's that moment where your brain goes,
yeah, my brain, like I heard out of my ear the fucking Tim the Toolman Taylor noise. And I was like, I didn't make that noise. Where the fuck did that come from? I was looking around trying to find it.
Tim,
and I was
here?
like, it's like, Tim, I don't have any Coke. You need to get out of here. I got Coke Zero. That's not the one you're looking for, my dude. But I got looking around, and like I was like, I read it again. I was like, she really said semen demon. Oh my god. And I texted her. I said, Mama, hey, that doesn't mean what you think it means. And she just texted me back, I know exactly what it means. I see what people say about your drawings all the time. I sat there in the dark, and I was like, my mom just beat my ass like over the phone. I just want, I want to go home.
She just verbally kicked you in the chest so hard your fucking shoulders touched.
Just yeah.
Nah, I've seen the comment sections on your uploads on Rule 34 pay heal. Like, Mom, how do you even know that website? What the fuck?
Well, I didn't know you. She's like, I got an account. I'm a moderator. I'm like, oh no.
You know, Semen Demon 69. That's me. That's me, Funk.
It's always been me.
Barry, it's always been me.
Got on the front page so many times.
It's like, can't you tell? You know, that's always the first person to like your drawing. God, he's just like, I just sat there for a minute after that, and I was like, then I also explained to her one day, like, she asked me, she's like, you do pretty well with anatomy in here. Like, how are you doing that? And I said, well, I get references, and I also have a group of friends that I can rely on for this. She's like, really? I was like, yeah, I've got some lady friends that I will run my anatomy attempts by, and then they'll generally tell me, like, okay, well, that looks right, or this looks good, because it's like, I don't have anybody right here in front of me, so I can't just, check it. So I'll ask them. And she was like, oh, well, that's awful nice.
Artistically inclined people around here that just have sharp eyes.
That's true. And it's like, and I was, she was, we were talking about it. She's like, that's really cool. So I'm glad you got somebody like that. And then like my mind just kind of went blank for a minute. I said, yeah, the titty committee's pretty fucking great. And she just looked at me. She said, "The what now?" And I just sat there a minute. I was like, uh, the titty committee. She's like, "Do you call them that?" Yeah. Do they know you call them that? Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. They're fine with it. Are you being respectful of them? Yeah. I mean, what do you think I'm doing?
I
Are
didn't
they
think him to get the
showing you
fuck out. They
anything?
just called the titty committee.
What she thought was she thought I was like making girls pose for me so I could have anatomical references. And I was like, wait, no, Mom, I'm not doing anything like that. No,
No, I'm just running it by them.
I'm running it by them. I'm like, does this look right? And if they say yeah, I'm cool. If not, I'll fix the shit.
Hey Mom, how'd you know I was the number 2 subscriber on OnlyFans? I give them half of their money.
I think it all makes sense now. Because it's kind of funny because like my mom's always been real supportive. I was like, told her one day, I was like, look, one day you might see my name attached to like some adult art, and I don't want you to be blindsided. She's like, that's fine. I'm proud of you for doing it.
Man.
It's like, well, shit. Well, thank you. And then like she's always like, what about Dad? Me and my dad's just like, I don't know. Have fun doing it. So he's just kind of like he's just stoked to know. I don't think he realizes like what I meant when I said adult art. I guess he's like, casually talking about killing people. I don't know. Because I don't think it quite like has dawned on my dad like, oh yeah, like people pay for people to draw adult situations.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, it's just a normal part of it.
Not just that, but a lot of like actual professional artists, they're well respected in the industry, just do it for the fucking hell of it. Like Bruce Timm has folders upon folders upon folders upon folders of DC animated characters just going at it.
Dude, fucking Ray Hiroi, I believe I pronounced it right, the author of Black Lagoon, literally put Black Lagoon on hiatus so he could go draw Fate Stay the Night porn.
Yeah, do you know how the guy that draws Hellsing got his start in the industry? Drawing porn.
Yeah.
He started out as a doujin artist, and then eventually people took note of his art and was like, wow, you're really good at this shit, dude. You should do something serious. And he was like, okay, cool.
There's a lot of them are like that, and I always think it's really cool. Then you find some like the artist behind Don't Bully Me, Miss Nagatoro, which is like his origin story is a little more fucked up. And for the sake of, not getting Oz taken off Twitch, I will not talk about that one either.
Yeah, that's like the Rurouni Kenshin guy. We don't want to bring that one up too much.
Yeah, we don't want to bring that one up too much.
God, I hope Oda didn't take after his fucking master on that one.
I hope not. I don't know, I feel like, if anything, like, Oda only truly loves One Piece. But then again, he married a girl who cosplayed Nami.
Yeah, that's why he married her.
Yeah, it's like because he even went on. And he's like, it's kind of like this, manga artists draw their favorite type of girl, and then he met his. I'm just like, well, shit, man.
Yeah, that's not his wife. That's his nakama.
That is it. He's over here working on like I gotta make my nakama. I gotta be ready. The One Piece is real.
Nah, speaking of wild ass shit and like having to explain really weird, controversial internet topics to parental figures. The other day I was talking to my mom about Samuel L. Jackson, right?
Yeah.
And I had to pull up the interview. You know the one I'm talking about. The autocomplete interview.
Yup.
Does Samuel L. Jackson watch anime? Yes, I do. Hentai too. And then I had to explain what the fuck hentai is. That shit took 1 second, and it was just, oh, okay. My mom has seen so much weirder shit over the course of being around me my entire life. Just, that was nothing. Like, oh, people, get animated porn? Okay, cool, whatever. Not my pig, not my farm. I don't give a shit. But yeah, just seeing him in that interview just like pop that shit off and then laugh because he knows exactly what he did. Man started the internet wildfire on purpose.
He literally burned down like half the internet with that one word.
Samuel Jackson likes hentai. What do we do? I don't know. Draw more Mace Windu hentai?
Sold. Get going.
Speaking of which, you hear they're apparently bringing that character back.
Mace Windu?
Yeah.
How?
Somehow.
Well, considering I don't know, considering like how strong Mace Windu was, I could see him surviving that fall.
The thing is, yeah, I can see them bullshitting away for him to survive. Because Force Lightning is notorious for not killing people.
I mean, it scarred the fuck
like
out of you. Yeah.
Yeah, it hurts like a bitch, but it's not going to kill you most of the time. Because, like, look how long he held it on Vader. And Vader was already, like, damn near half dead. And still shook that shit off and hucked him in the pit.
That's it. And, like, the only reason he was even bothering Vader was just because, you know, he's got mechanical arms and legs. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not here anymore.
Which specifically was built to not have shielding.
Yeah.
I also know about who you met in Hinterland.
I had a write-up around. I'm back. It's probably one of my boxes already. There's a really cool thing talking about, like, Darth Vader's armor and what it's all made of. And he's got some really cool, like, Sith artifacts in that shit.
I think the funniest thing about Darth Vader's build is that his fucking boots don't even fit right.
It's just to keep him in pain.
This man's fucking feet don't even fit his boots. He can't walk upstairs. He has to use the Force to balance himself. Palpatine intentionally built this thing on the cheapest fucking bidder. And he just randomly decided, hey, you know what? Fuck Vader. Just put a bunch of beeping, hissing shit on there to piss him off.
Make it beep, make it pointy. His shoes won't fit. You know, leave the tag in his underwear.
Just have it where, like, every once in a while it just cuts off his breathing for, like, 5 seconds at a time just to scare him.
I mean, he couldn't even afford to go to, like, a nice private healthcare institution. He took him to the Palpatine Memorial Hospital.
Which is hilarious, because that joke that the fucking Red Letter Media guys make, I still imagine in my head of, like, the Emperor Palpatine statue with him just shooting Sith lightning on a bunch of children.
I could see that. Like you see the hospital, like he's got him in at the end of Revenge of the Sith, and he just looks like he took him down the road to the fucking mechanic and was like, "What can I get for $60?"
Yeah. And it's even stated, like, in canon that he went as cheap as possible on this shit just for funsies. And on top of that, the surgeon was so worried that they cheaped out that it would piss Palpatine off that he went to the extra effort of polishing Vader's armor up nice and super shiny just to distract Palpatine from all the cheap shit.
Yeah. But one thing that is really cool, there is a series like the Darth Vader series. There's one issue where he actually approaches Grand Moff Tarkin and says, "Hey, you're a bad motherfucker. I'm a bad motherfucker.
Tracker?
You're a hell of a tracker, hunter. What I want you to do is we're going to go to this planet, and I want you to hunt me, and I'm going to fight back, and we're going to see what happens."
No, I think that was the Tarkin. That's like a Tarkin family ritual that they do. They're all like hunters and stuff.
Well, yeah, their tradition is like they're hunters and stuff like that. But Vader approached him and was like, "I want you to hunt me so I can make sure that even somebody as dangerous as you, I can get away from." And there's literally a part where, like, Tarkin's like, "Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're in the middle of this plane. We will be able to see Vader coming a mile a fucking way. And if we can't see him, we'll be able to hear his respirator. We're good." This motherfucker turned his respirator off and just lived off of nothing but the fucking Force while he, like, just showed up in the camp and started murdering these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it literally took a fucking lightning bolt hitting him and, like, frying his electronics. And Tarkin was like, like, in the end, even you can be stopped. And Tarkin starts to walk away, and then fucking Vader force chokes him, like, just as a burnt, more bacon-y corpse. And he's just sitting here force choking. I'm like, this is the most metal shit ever, and I love this. Why couldn't this have been the new Star Wars movie?
The only thing that Darth Vader's ever done more metal than that was when that group surrounded his ass on Mustafar.
The masked woman has shown up.
Oh God, like all I see is fear and dead men,
Yep.
and then just
You're
proceeds to
surrounded. All I'm surrounded by is fear and dead men.
God, and he just like
Damn,
murders
son.
them all. He didn't even give a fuck at that point.
That's some BDE right there.
Yes.
Hmm?
We should.
The BBDE, the big bacon dick energy. Yeah, that. What else was there? There was um an older Star Wars comic series called Star Wars Tales. Showed up kind of in the late aughts, early like 2010s. They had like a bunch of what if stuff, and one of them is literally like Palpatine sends Vader to a temple. This whole thing is he's supposed to go there and like prove his worth, all this stuff. He goes there, and Darth Maul is actually in there. And like Darth Maul has been like training ever since he supposedly died. He's ready to fight. All this stuff's going on. And he ends up fighting Darth Vader and like starts to get the upper hand, and has like Darth Vader basically in a chokehold. And he has Vader. He's like, what could you possibly hate enough to kill me? And Vader fucking Sudokus himself. Just takes the lightsaber to his gut, turns it on, kills him. Well, doesn't kill himself, but basically kills Maul this way. And he just says like myself, and then just leaves the now recharred corpse, or now the re-bisected corpse of Darth Maul, walks out. And it was a really cool comic.
Oh, yeah. Also, I feel like this may be a bit of a hot take here. Probably not, but it may be. Depending on what parts of Star Wars you've seen, your liking of Darth Maul either reflects absolute shit taste or really good taste.
I was one of those that was really disappointed as a kid, where it's like, oh my God, this dude is fucking awesome. And then, we get to watch him die pretty quick. Phantom Menace,
If
I mean,
all you've seen is Darth Maul and Phantom Menace and you like him, shit taste. If you've seen anything else with Darth Maul in it, yeah, alright. I can respect that.
I've seen a lot more with him, but like at the time, it was like that was all we had, and it was still like, dude, like this guy is like, this is a new Sith, and like he's not a Darth Vader. Like I wonder how he's gonna work. And
got his horns all puttied on and shit. Wonder what's up with that.
Dude, he has a lightsaber bow. What the fuck is this?
Showed up for the fight covered in Play-Doh. He's a bad son of a bitch.
Like Jesus, did he eat any of the Play-Doh? That's a handicap if he ate the Play-Doh,
right?
All right, Obi-Wan, I'm done eating the crayons. Let's go.
I moved on to the Play-Doh. That's it. I hope they're scented markers. No, they're permanent.
Right?
No.
Just got a Sharpie jammed up his nostril ready to go. Sorry, not even a Sharpie. He's got a Scurple.
And I like Darth Maul. Like he showed up, and I was like, "Oh, dude, he's gonna be so cool." And then was kind of disappointed.
No.
And then you see him later in like later fiction. I was actually a pretty big fan of the movie Solo, and I like that they brought Darth Maul in on that shit.
Like, bro, when he's in fucking Clone Wars, holy shit, did they glow him up in that?
Oh yeah.
Like, he got a huge come up in Clone Wars because he shows up as like Spider Maul, and you're like, oh, what is this, really? And then they introduce his brother, and you're like, really, dude? Savage Opress? Really? That's what we're doing here? Okay. Alright, Lucas, you creatively bankrupt idiot. Let's go. Let's see what you got. And then it turns out, no, it wasn't Lucas, it was Filoni. He had a fucking reason for doing this the whole time, and it was actually a good one.
Yeah, Filoni over here being like, I am 2 galactic levels ahead of you.
Right? Like, Filoni's over here playing 5D chess while Lucas is over here playing fucking marbles or some shit.
No, Lucas is laughing all the way to his fucking bank.
He was.
They're begging him to come back now.
Yeah, they're begging him to come back and do something, that actually has a vision behind it. Because nowadays, like, I hate to say it, but Disney doesn't really have a plan for Star Wars.
It wouldn't solve anything.
They're just banking on the
As long as
name.
I'm around, everybody
Hey, it's
is in
Star
danger.
Wars. We have stuff set in the Star Wars universe. Okay, what else you got? But it's Star Wars. Yeah.
Like, what are
What
they
else you
doing?
got?
Will you keep this secret from me?
So what's happening in this Star Wars? It's Star
It's Star
Wars.
Wars. Yeah.
Ayane.
Well, who's in it?
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars, man.
The Jedi? We're a little tired of Jedi. We'd like to see more about the Mandalorian. I mean, the Jedi-Lorians.
Serious woman.
Baby Yoda's gonna be there.
Like a bad
Right.
I promise.
How did things
I
get
can't even
so
hate on Baby Yoda because I do like Mandalorian a lot.
Man, I went to Disney World right after the Mandalorian really popped off, and all the fucking shirts people had for the Mandalorian looked bootleg as hell.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad I have one shirt that actually looks decent related to that.
Where in Noctis?
I used to have, and I still have it at home actually, but you can barely tell Star Wars shirt anymore.
Mm.
When I would have to work out for football, I had this one shirt that I really liked. It had a Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan on it, and it was like Jedi, just like kind of one of those like Walmart Star Wars shirts.
This right away.
And I love that shirt because it was super comfortable and everything. But eventually, like all the graphic on the front wore off just because dragging weights up and down my front sides. So
Morrigan,
it's fine.
go find the picture
Yes.
of the Jar Jar lollipop.
Oh
What?
God.
You have that
What do you
Jar
mean?
the Jar Jar
Oh
lollipop.
wait, I know which one you're talking about. The one where it's like he opens his mouth and the tongue comes out.
Yes.
Oh God. Yes, I know that one.
Yeah. Why would
One
you
of the
think
skinny
I would
pops.
have the picture of that?
I thought you had it. I thought you still had it. I
What do
remember
you mean?
I remember you showing me a bunch of because you have a bunch of episode 1 merch.
Yes, I do, but I never had the fucking lollipop.
Oh, never mind.
No, I have like there was like an alarm clock set that I had. It was like those weird things. You know how like back in the day too, they also had like those the room guards for like kids or like the character like I had one for Flick from Bug's Life.
Rimguard.
Where like if anybody like passed by the character they would move and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the little motion detector deals.
Yeah, motion detector thing. I think there was one for episode 1. Probably. I think there was like some sort of alarm clock thing for Jar Jar Binks.
Oh
What else
God.
do I have? Do
I
I have a
looked at the
doll of Jar Jar? You go
I
ahead.
looked at no, I'm sorry. I looked at the Jar Jar lollipop, and I found someone apparently had one in storage, and showed it what it looks like now. And I put in this shit.
No.
I'm putting cursed. Like that thing looks horrifying.
Cursed be
Also,
your
over
name.
in-
Oh, that's a
I was gonna
dope ass
say,
shirt, I thought.
Yeah, over in Stream Vision.
Hell
that's the one I
yeah.
got.
Oh my God! What the fuck is that?
Still looking for that thing.
Put him down.
Let's finish what we started.
Put that thing down.
Yeah, Jar Jar, we're gonna have to cut your tongue out, bro. Not just for crimes against, the galaxy at large, but also because that shit's looking like it's got cancer on it, bro.
That thing is killing us all, buddy. Like
But also mostly for the crimes against the galaxy.
they do say what that tongue do, and what it do is gross us the fuck out. It's gotta go.
In the state of California, it has to be identified as a carcinogen.
Dude, everything has to be identified as a carcinogen.
True.
In the state of California, air comes with a warning label.
Well, yeah, because the
true.
state's on fire half the year.
Uh-huh.
The rest of the time, it's under siege by conservatives. I always hear about we're gonna blow up California, and I'm like, okay, why?
It just tickles me to death that they have to list that, like, oh, this is a known carcinogen thing. You know what else is a known carcinogen? Fucking
sun.
deodorant, depression, sunlight, fresh air, like, everything. Everything causes cancer. Living is a known carcinogen.
Unfortunately.
Walking around with shoes on, you're gonna get cancer. Walking around barefoot, you also gonna get cancer. Seems like it doesn't really fucking matter one way or the other. Maybe we should just not worry about cancer until it's here. Like, I'm not saying go and suck on a fucking tailpipe or nothing, but, you know.
But I gotta roll coal out of my truck. Come on, guy.
Right?
Gotta roll coal with my weed eater and get the fuck out of my way. I keep waiting, like, the super grim part of me is like, one day, I want to know what's our big thing that we're using all the time that is, you know, super killing us, like, you know, lead with the Romans and stuff like that. And
It's
like,
it's
I wanna know.
plastics. 100%. It's the plastics.
I can see that. It's not plastic. I want it to be like Wi-Fi linked to super cancer.
It's the 5G.
The
Oh, no,
5G is
it'll
killing
be-
us all.
They say that with every G, though. 6G's gonna come out, and they're like, it's gonna give you mega AIDS.
6G gave me cancer and fucked my wife. Well, shit. Okay.
Well, sorry to hear about your wife's infidelity, but how is that my problem?
8G replaced all the oil in my car with water. Now my engine exploded.
Goddamn 9G turned the water into wine. What the fuck, guys? Bullshit.
9G turned off all the auto pay on all my bills, and now I'm 3 months behind.
Shit. I didn't even need 9G to do that. I'm just 3 months behind.
Dude, talking about the weird shit like all the G's will do. So one thing is kind of funny as fuck. When I was reading about or listening about the Alex Jones trial. He tried to get out of answering a lot of questions by coughing a lot and pretending that he had torn his larynx. But like when they tell him like, "Hey, yeah, we have your cell phone," he just talked like clear as day. But the rest of the time, he's like, "Well, I don't know. We don't keep the." Just like the fakest coughing like that the whole time.
Right.
And then it got like to the end, like he got on his show that night and he was like, "Oh yeah, like, you know, it's like I was coughing because, you know, I didn't realize like I cough that much until I get in the 5G areas, and like I'm in downtown Austin, which is a heavy 5G area, and you know the 5G is just getting to me."
Doesn't he fucking broadcast in Austin anyway? In the city?
It does. He's been doing broadcasting from Austin for like 20 some odd years now.
Oh my god.
But you know, now the 5G is killing him, making him cough.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me very heavily of an old meme. Some of y'all may remember.
Which one's
Do
that?
y'all remember another radio host called Ghost Radio?
Oh yeah.
I'm not an alcoholic.
Yo.
Not an alcoholic.
I remember you guys used to say, "Funk sounds like Ghost Radio over here," because I used to have a garbage can on my desk that I would just throw Coke cans in so I could recycle them. So I would sit here and I would finish one and throw them in there, and I'm lazy, so I'm bad about letting it get too high, and you would just hear all the rattling. And people are like, "Funk's over on Ghost FM." Like, no, I'm just trying not to make a mess.
Man, I remember, speaking of weird radio, when I went to scout camp, we're down a middle of a state park, middle of nowhere in Massachusetts. And I'd bring a radio with me. I'd bring a little hand crank radio, thinking, hey, I can get some music while I hang out. And do you want to know the only fucking station that would come in clear as day?
Alex Jones.
Rush Limbaugh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Like, I'd be sitting there, it's like, I want to get my local, like, classic rock station, and I'm sitting there, like, fidgeting with it, trying to find tinfoil to put on the antenna, and then every time, without fail, Rush Limbaugh's voice would come over the radio waves.
It's me, Ron Limburger. What are you doing?
Me, Rough Hamburger, here to tell you how, you know, you should be buying gold. That's also something that's funny to me.
Speedy Lumbago at the rescue.
Yes, my name is Quickly Winnebago. I'm here to report all the news.
Quick Winnebago.
Quick
That's our new
Winnebago.
name for Rush Limbaugh. Quick Winnebago.
Quick Winnebago. I like it. So he's probably full of shit when he talks about this, but you know, all the conservative radio hosts, they all sell this emergency food. And what it is, you know, their shows are developed to basically make people panic and think the world's ending. So they need to get supplies so they can survive the end of the world.
Of course. Snake oil
That's
salesman.
exactly it. That's the snake oil salesman. That's all these fuckers do.
You know,
And I was listening to
I need some
Go ahead.
bone broth, Alex Jones, please.
like
I
he
need
literally
that
said,
5-gallon survival bucket of mac and cheese, bro.
Jesus
I need
Let me-
it. The sky is falling.
let me look this up. I want to see this food.
How can I survive the apocalypse without Alex Jones's patented golden whatever the hell taint wipes?
Combat wipes, I think as they call them.
They've got echinacea or whatever the fuck in them. Some stupid fucking herb that does nothing. That is used to push pseudoscience.
I'm trying to find out where the. Okay, I'm gonna have to cognito mode this shit.
I swear to God, you get more fucking health benefits out of eating a bag of Ricola cough drops than you would eating half the shit on his website.
Okay, I'm doing something I didn't think. Oh, they have such a shit ass website. Okay, let's open the store.
Hell, you probably get more health benefits out of drinking a bottle of Jägermeister.
Oh my god.
You know what? Just go drink straight gin. That has some herbs in it, right?
Whoa!
Do you know one of the funniest things about like this whole trial has been?
What?
So they had they had an attorney working for him. His name was Robert Barnes. He was not a very good attorney. In fact, it got to the point where before they replaced him, the opposing counsel was basically saying, we're going to like really advise you to sue the fuck out of him for malpractice. He didn't do anything he was supposed to do. You guys have been sanctioned to hell about it. Go ahead.
This lawyer sucks ass. He couldn't sue the broadside of a Barnes.
Exactly. He's like, he couldn't sue the broadside barn. Y'all need to do something about that. But also, if you do sue the shit out of him, we're going to get that money and take it from you too. That
I love
that guy.
that they're advising him to make more money for the fucking people they're awarding the money to.
That's just, I mean, they told him this shit in court where they're like, yeah, we advise you sue the fuck out of that guy because you know he's really fucked up everything, made a lot of extra work for us, and y'all sue him. But whatever money you guys get from that, even if it's after the trial, we're gonna get that too.
Yeah.
So just know that. So, but that lawyer, even though they have publicly said they're going to sue him, is now a host personality on InfoWars. Okay, here we go. I was wanting
gotta
to.
love the process.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious. And like, I've pulled up the InfoWars store because what I was going to talk about earlier. Alex was talking about, he's probably full of shit on this because I don't know, but at the same time, I could see it happening because he's such a fucking risk. Him, Ben Shapiro, Rush Limbaugh, all of them, like, I don't know, Rush is dead. Glenn Beck, all the conservative radio guys sell the same shit. But what it is, they don't purchase it and sell it. They advertise it on their website. You buy it through their website, and then they get a slice of it. So, like Ben Shapiro, if he does it, gets like 60% of the sale. Or Rush, when he was still kicking, got like 50%, 60% of the sale. Alex only gets 20% of each sale. That's what he claims. And honestly, I could see that because like his credit is so fucking trash. I would see them just being like, no, you only get 20%. We get the rest of that back. So fuck you.
Eat my bone broth made with real mushroom. Have you seen that clip of him? He's trying to sell this shit called bone broth, and he just fucking pukes.
Oh yeah.
After eating it.
Yeah, because he gets a chug of it. He's like, it's delicious. It's better than chocolate milkshake. I think it's better than everything else. It's great.
Oh god, the cover. Okay, this is something. Here, I got it. I gotta put this. I'm gonna put this down in shit posting. No, I'm putting streamers. It's fucking. So recently they made a documentary. That's quote unquote documentary about Alex's life up to now, and this is the cover of it. It's called Alex's War, and this is like the worst cover I've ever seen on anything.
Hold on. Let's see this shit. I've heard of this. What is it his war against? Like constipation?
Disinformation is what he says. But
No, his war is against not being read enough. He needs more.
You know what's even funnier? Like, I'm looking at the store. The store uses photos of him from like 20 years ago.
Right.
It doesn't use like modern photos. It's just like it's him from like back in the fucking 90s.
Yeah. You gotta love how his whole thing is, I'm fighting misinformation, and then everything you look at of him is just pure misinformation.
Mm-hmm. It's fucking great. Like, I'm sorry to always bring this subject up, but it's fucking fascinating to me. It's just
The manufactured enemy paradox is funny as hell. Also, I gotta bring this up. One of his things on here that he's selling on his specials: Survival Shield X2 Nascent Iodine Spray. Now,
what the absolute fuck?
let me ask you a question. Does anyone here know the term nascent?
I've heard of it and I cannot place it.
Doesn't it mean like negligible?
It means, normally the definition is to just coming into existence and beginning to display signs of future potential, such as the nascent space industry. Or in chemistry terms, specifically speaking of hydrogen, freshly generated in a reactive form. So you have fresh iodine that reacts to stuff like any other iodine. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I'm sure that's made with years and years of really groundbreaking research and fucking just all kinds of shit. I'm really betting y'all put a lot of effort into this one.
Oh yeah, it's like he got in
It's not just
trouble.
raw water all over again.
God, raw water, fuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah, y'all remember that shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's just like that the Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Head vodka.
Yeah.
Okay, at least the Dan Aykroyd Crystal Head vodka isn't the most repugnant vodka on the market. Because I've actually had that. It's not bad.
It's not bad. I feel weird about buying it.
Yeah. It's stupid with the way that he pushes it, where he's like, oh, we crafted this bottle specifically based on the crystal skull found in Aunt Diane's closet in fucking Plano, Texas, or whatever. Like, all that nonsense is ridiculous, but the vodka itself, it's not bad. It's got a nice licorice finish. I just don't see the reason to, like, push we filtered it through Herkimer Diamonds.
Oh, Herkimer Diamonds, that's what it was called.
Yeah, Herkimer Diamonds, which are not even diamonds. It's a type of fucking quartz.
Like, we put some JO crystals in here.
Alright. We filtered this shit through the cheapest possible gemstone we could get our hands on. That's why it tastes like it's worth $1 million.
We stopped at the gift shop, bought a couple geodes, crunched them up, pulled them in, said, fuck it, we're good.
And I love how JonTron actually proved with math that if Dan Aykroyd just drank the vodka himself and pissed it into the bottle, it would literally be worth more than if they filtered it through the Herkimer Diamonds.
Yeah, but Herkimer's so fancy.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Some of this shit's it's just wild as hell to me. Like,
oh yeah.
back when COVID first started up, InfoWars got in a lot of trouble because they were selling a silver-based toothpaste that they went so far as to claim could help cure COVID.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Oh god, what's the name of that senator that just drank silver? I forget what
I
it's
don't know.
called.
I don't know.
I
They're
won't-
probably south of the Mason-Dixie line.
Probably. I was like, shit. If you want something wild, like, I don't know how far I can talk with this here on stream, because I know like they try to stop me from talking too political on my own. I don't want to go on somebody else's and do that.
I don't give a shit, dude.
Okay.
If somebody gets upset, they can pay me $8,000 fucking dollars to shut my mouth.
There you go. I'm glad you have a good price on it. I haven't worked out my price yet for shutting the fuck up. No,
My
let's
price
face-
is, if you have to ask, you can't afford it.
exactly.
Hey,
So
could
we all
you
know
stop
that,
being
like,
so political? Yeah, for $8,000, I'll shut up for a month.
For $8,000, and you know what? Go ahead, throw me your Xbox Live on there. Like, well, fuck, you sold your Xbox. Well, does that matter?
Right? I just want it for the point.
I just want to make a point with this shit.
There you go. This is what happens when you drink silver.
Oh yeah, the blue man.
Yeah, the blue man.
Oh yeah, Blue Man Group.
See, this is what the Emperor meant when he made the space, the Ultramarines. He just couldn't get the skin tone right.
My man slid out the blue bussy.
Kind-hearted and decisive.
Sorry, Fun. What did you
I
say?
lost my train of thought for a moment. Give me one. Okay, so earlier today, we all know that Ron DeSantis is apparently becoming the new Donald Trump because Donald Trump's slowly dying, or quickly dying, honestly, if you look at it. So everybody's kind of turned to DeSantis because he's a crazy man from Florida who is like, if I out crazy Trump, I will be the new Trump. And he's doing a good job. He's a crazy son of a bitch. Where like he's gonna get fucked here pretty soon because he fired an official who was in an elected position, which you can't do. So he fired like the district attorney of Florida because the district attorney basically pressed charges on a guy quote unquote preacher who was having services during COVID when you weren't supposed to be having services during COVID. But other than that, for some reason, he decided today he took an airplane and put 50, I believe it said 50 unregistered immigrants who were all from, I believe it said Venezuela, on a plane to Martha's Vineyard. Didn't tell them where they were going, why they were going, what was going to happen when they got there. Just put them on a plane and said, take them up to Massachusetts.
Yeah,
And
I'm waiting to hear what the legislature of my state has to say about this.
I haven't heard that yet, but basically the people of Martha's Vineyard just saw them there, like found out about the situation. They all said, fuck it, and just started helping them.
Yeah, I mean, what else do
y'all
you
need some
do?
visas?
Like, I was like, but he was basically trying to do it to show them, like, oh, we're going to send them up there, and these libs are going to send them back home. And I was like, this is weird. Also, technically kidnapping.
But they're legal. They're legal. They're not supposed to be here. Guys.
It still tickles me that so many people think there's like motherfuckers just using a goddamn stick to jump over the fence. When the actual fact of the matter is, no, they came here legally. They just stayed too long. They didn't renew their paperwork.
That's generally how it happens. Like 9 times out of 10, it's like, oh, I was supposed to only be here 4 years, but I accidentally stayed 5. It's kind of nice here.
Just expired visas and shit, you know? Paperwork's a bitch to get through the system.
Yeah, like my dude. I have an unhinged towny Facebook page that I'm a part of just because I like reading it. And one of them was like, Ford is firing 3,000 Americans and sending those jobs to Mexico. And it's like, okay, yeah, but Ford's the bad person here because they don't want to pay a decent wage. They'd rather get cheap labor. Like, you're missing... You are so close to this point. You are so close to getting it, my dude. But you just don't.
They walked right up to the target and then shot about a foot to the right.
It's like, yes, I agree. Ford is in the wrong here. However, it's not because they hate America. It's because they hate spending money.
Yeah, it's because they hate Americans. They don't hate America. They hate Americans. They don't want to pay nobody what they're fucking worth.
It's like all the bullshit with the railroad today.
You know what? Good for I was hoping that unions went on strike.
Hey,
They
I support
can't.
any union strike.
Same
Any.
here. Like basically, like they didn't get a particularly good deal, but they got basically their foot in the door to get a better deal. All they were wanting was to be able to like not get in trouble if they took time off, and I was
If
like,
they got sick, like Jesus
that's it.
Christ.
It's like I don't want somebody sick, operating a fucking 1,000-ton death machine going down the fucking tracks.
Especially if it's carrying oil.
That's it.
Same thing with food service. They expect people to come in with all kinds of food communicable illnesses and just work because we're short-handed. Hire some more people then, asshole. That's not my fucking problem.
I've gotten one if I go somewhere and I see the sign on the front that says, "We're short-handed because nobody wants to work anymore." I fucking leave.
Yep. If y'all gonna be like that and not pay people what they're worth, fuck y'all. Y'all can die. This whole
Exactly.
organization can wither. Nah, that's why I inherently support any strike. Any strike or any unionization. Even if I don't know the whole breadth of this situation, 9 times out of 10, they're in the right for doing it. Because people don't put their job on the line for something stupid like that, you know?
No.
Nah.
That's their
It's hard enough to
livelihood
get
they're
people
putting on the
unionized.
line, yeah. Well, it's slow progress. As it becomes more normal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really happy that fucking Starbucks is unionizing, despite what the corporate's trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want them to unionize just to say fuck it to the corporate people with that one, because they're trying like every scumbag thing they can do. It's kind of like that, and
How is it this mentality from the fucking 50s is still hanging around?
because some of the fuckers from the 50s are still hanging around, we gotta get them out of here. We're at the Logan's run this shit. You get to a certain age, it's just like we're gonna hunt you down and be done with it.
Right?
You're a certain age and you haven't retired. Well, guess who's fixing to get a brickin'?
Right?
And like
Just going off, son.
the response to that is like, yeah, but you'll be hunted down when you get to that age. It's like, good.
That's fine. I don't plan on living that long.
It's just like, shoot.
I'm here for a good time, not a long one, baby.
Same thing I tell everybody, like whenever they worry about something I'm doing, like, look, either it's gonna work or I'm gonna die, and it's not my problem anymore.
Exactly. That's a problem for Future Menthol.
Like,
Future
Jesus.
Menthol's kind of an asshole. He ain't done nothing for me.
Hey, Taffy. But
Yeah,
it's
that-
just like, Jesus Christ, I'm not going to have a social security check when I retire. What's the point? Relying on my 401k? Hell no.
That's like one of the reasons. Well, one reason I'm glad like I started to get back into my art shit was like, at some point, I'm gonna have to have some way to support myself that's not gonna require physical labor because I'm gonna be too old to do that shit. I was like, but drawing's not very high impact on me, so I should be able to do that.
No.
But no, it's that, and then like I don't know, there's more and more. Now I guess it's just because we're able to spot it easier nowadays. More and more like just corporate scumbag shit that's killing me, which is like one of the reasons that even though a lot of my friends are going back to it, why I'm so
vehemently against it.
Yeah, I was like, don't use big words when you're sleepy funk. Don't do that. But I'm so against going back to World of Warcraft is because once shit hit the fan, the Cosby Suite showed up and all that bull crap. They started going like, well, what about this that you guys have been asking for years? We can do it now. What about that? Like, you guys want the Mage Tower back? We'll do. You guys want player housing? We'll work on that. You guys want to be dragons? We'll do that. Gender fluid? You want the gender fluid?
Hey, I know the house is on fire and everything, and that's real cool and all, but what about the fucking grass out in the yard? It needs to be cut.
Diablo 4. Diablo 4, guys. Look.
Diablo 4 is out here. Diablo 3 season 38. I was like, are they really on season 38? Then I watched like Tachi play the other night, and I was like, they are like on season 38. Holy shit! Like that, and what was I getting a kick out of? Shit, my mind has just left me.
the gooberism that is Halo Infinite right now.
The gooberism is my favorite was there is a huge sex scandal going on. All of Blizzard is in trouble. The Cosby Suite, the fucking cubicle crawls, people stealing breast milk out of the refrigerator. And what was their big call to action? Hey guys, there's sexy paintings in the game that aren't really that sexy because they're very low texture. But we're going to replace all these sexy ladies with bowls of fruit, so you won't be attacked anymore.
Wow, thank you.
Or we got rid of the spit emote. Isn't that nice? Doesn't that fix all the stuff?
The spit emote, slut mog is still a thing, but the spit emote's gone, so sleep easy on that one. You could still dress like a harlot, with that whole fucking metal thong up your ass, but you can't spit on people now no more. Even if it's consensual spitting, get that fuck shit out of here.
Yeah.
Goldshire is still a thing. It's a horrifying thing, but it's still a thing.
No, there is a certain line to be drawn where it's like, look, y'all can't undo this. This whole thing is fucked. There's no amount of band-aids that's gonna fix this accident. Y'all just need to bite the bullet and apologize, and just close up shop, sell it out to somebody else, let them rebrand y'all. This is done. Y'all have ruined this company.
It's just like if I got on here and I stabbed the shit out of Morgan, and I was like, oh, okay, don't worry about it. I might have killed her, but I gave Oswald a free copy of Monster Hunter, so we're
shit.
cool.
All's forgiven.
Don't worry about it. That's the all's forgiven. I got the expansion pass for him too. He said it was cool.
Yeah, we're good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I bury her tomorrow, but it's fine. Whatever.
Hey,
bury tomorrow. Bury tomorrow, but I got Rathlos to hunt. Hold on.
She would want this, it's in her honor.
Press F to pay respects. No, not sharpen. F to pay respects.
God damn it! Don't drink the potion. I had on a slightly more positive note, on a less political note. I had a very boomer moment last week.
Oh.
I was gonna go over and try out this place called Crumbly Cookie. It's like one of these places make weird kind of cookies, and they supposedly make a orange creamsicle cookie, and I wanted to try that because I will try anything orange creamsicle. And so I rode over there, and it's in the shopping center across the road from the Sam's Club, and I get there. Well, they're closed. They don't open for another 15, 20 minutes or so. No, I'm sorry, they were closed because it was a Sunday. And I was like, well, fuck. Well, right next to it, there's a Five Below, which, kind of like I won't say fancier dollar store because the stuff's just as shit, but you can just get better snacks. And then the other side of it, there's a GameStop.
Fancier Dollar Tree?
I could see that fancier Dollar Tree.
I'd call it like a bougie Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, bougie Dollar Tree because you can go in there and buy bootleg manga and it's fucking wild. But I go there. I buy Pocky in there, and I discovered that crunchy strawberry is probably my new favorite Pocky.
Oh, that shit's fucking fire.
I ate 2 boxes of it before I realized I was being that much of a fat kid, but I popped in there and I got me some Pocky. I got me a couple little snacks. So I was like, I can't get cookies, so fuck it, I'll get this. And then right next to the GameStop, I was like, well, I ain't been in a GameStop, man. Let's go in. And I was kind of looking around, and they had Monster Hunter Generations used for $12, and I was like, well, dude, I don't have this one. I'm gonna get it. And so I took it up there, get it from a Switch, and the guy gets to look in. He can't find the game. The game is just non-existent. He's got the case. He's got a manual. No game. I was like, well, shit. Well, okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. And he was like, well, I've never played Monster Hunter. He's like, I've always kind of wanted to try it out. He said, but should I start with the first one? And I looked at him. I was like,
no.
Hell no.
I was like, you can, but you're gonna hate yourself. He said, what do you mean? He's like, I kind of fooled around with World. I said, okay, imagine this. Imagine going from Final Fantasy 14 to suddenly playing Ultima Online. He's like, I don't know what that is. And I was like, oh my God. Okay, let me try this. I said, let me tell you this. I sat there and ran down all the quality of life differences between Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Rise. And he was just looking at me like, So every time you drink a potion, you do a flex, even if you're about to die? I was like, every fucking time you drink a potion, you flex. And then you get murked and have to drink another potion and flex. It just keeps happening forever and ever. Amen.
Step aside.
It's just, I'm sitting here laughing at that question so much because that's like saying, should I start with Pokemon Red?
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, champ. Go right ahead if you want to. I don't know why the hell you would, but sure.
I was
Or
like,
like when you play Final Fantasy, yeah, start with the first one.
I've been looking at the Metal Gear series,
Okay, that one's a little different because that's sequential.
dude. Okay, no, but you're not gonna miss shit if you skip the first one.
No, the first one you absolutely won't, but like 2 and 3, like I would say.
No.
you
I'm
probably
not
need to
talking about
start around
solid. I'm
there.
not talking solid, bro.
Oh no. If you're talking about like the MSX ones, no.
The NES ones, yeah, NES and the MSX ones. Yeah.
Well, the NES 2 or the Metal Gear 2 on the NES isn't even fucking canon. Like that's complete horseshit, made up fan fiction.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you die.
yeah. I
Or
kind
even
of.
worse, it'd be like asking, do I need to play Resident Evil in order?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell fucking
Yes.
no, dude.
I will tell Oswald to do it anyway.
No.
Bro, go
Yes.
ahead and play Resident Evil 1 on the PlayStation 1. Have fun.
Yeah, right. No,
Get that
play the
dir- get that
director's
direct-
cut so you have that
Yeah.
basement theme.
Get that director's cut, hit that basement, just hang out down there for a while, just let the fucking jams roll.
Hit that motherfucking.
It's so
good.
Dougie.
It sounds like somebody threw the Papa band down the fucking stairs at Oktoberfest.
Right.
Well, I kind of understood where he was coming from. I was like, no, dude, they're not linked. Like it's kind of like
not
Final
sequential.
Fantasy. Yeah, they're not sequential. Like each one's kind of like Final Fantasy. You could play it's own self-contained game. And you're like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, you could try this one, or you could try Rise. Rise is the newest one. This one, I was like, this one's more old Monster Hunter than new Monster Hunter. I was like, but yeah, you don't have to play the first one because trust me, you'll want to pull your fucking hair out playing the first one after playing the later ones.
That's just like on Devil May Cry. Whenever people ask me how should I like get into that, start with 3, not because it's a prequel, but because that's where you're gonna want to start. You don't want to fucking 1 and 2. 1 is really dated and 2 sucks.
Yeah.
You can go back to 1 after you got used to the formula and see how it is, but you don't want to start there. You don't. It'll turn you away from it. Doesn't help that DMC3 is like one of the best games that PlayStation 2 ever had.
God, it's so fucking good.
It's way up there with like fucking MGS3. Like just absolute masterpiece.
You know, everybody would ask you like what games you'd be stranded on an island with. It's like for me, if I got my PS2, Devil May Cry 3, I'd probably take Final Fantasy 10 and oh fuck, my mind just went blank. I'm sorry.
I would
Snake
take
Eater.
MGS3 just so I could learn to run through it on European Extreme with no weapons.
Jesus, European Extreme. I forgot about that shit.
Dude, I've seen people do a fight with the Fury using nothing but the cardboard box and the roll on European Extreme and win.
Good God.
Yeah. Like, there is some shit to learn in that game. That's why I say I would take that one.
See, I would want Final Fantasy 10 because there is one part that I never finished to do like 100% to get the ultimate weapon, or for like Tidus's weapon. Was it Tidus? Who was it? I think it was Tidus. You had to do this mini game where you dodge lightning strikes
I remember
200
you
times
talking
in a row.
about that, yeah. And you
Yeah.
dodge them all the way back after you get it.
Exactly. So it's not like, oh, you hit 200. Yeah. If you get hit by 1 on your way back, like you're still fucked.
As a great poet of our time, MC Chris, once said, "No, bitch, this ain't a cutscene. You ain't got time to smoke a bowl. Press A, motherfucker."
Press A. Dude, so I don't know what came of it. I haven't asked him yet. You know, my brother's a big MC Chris fan too, and he was supposed to go with me to the cursed concert where I got into the fight, but couldn't because his wife had COVID, so he was afraid to go and spread that, especially since we were fucking New Orleans.
Yeah.
And my brother, the MC was posting something on Facebook. My brother was like, "Man, I'm so sorry I missed you in New Orleans." He's like, "I really wanted to be there. My brother said he had a good time, even though he got in a fight." And MC was like, "Your brother got in a fight? Is he all right?" And I was like, "Oh God." And I haven't looked. You know what? I think I'll look back at that right now. Let me go look at something.
Yeah. Go check that post. See if he's posted on it.
See. Let's see.
Because your boy MCP Pants may have thrown something on there being like, oh yeah, I remember you. You was the dude that had to throw down and then get everybody to back you up. Nah, he didn't pick that fight. Other dude picked a fight with him. Shouldn't have been grabbing his nuts.
Should have grabbed my dick in the middle of the fucking, dance floor.
Yeah, because that's one of those things, like, there's a lot of shit you can tolerate at a concert. Sexual assault is not one of them. Sexual assault's one of those things where, nah, I'm just going to put you on your fucking neck in front of God and everyone. I don't give a shit what security has to say about it.
And I'm sitting there going like, why the fuck would you just look and be like, I'm going to sexually assault the 6.5 foot tall man? Let's see what happens.
See, that's the fun part about working with kids. If they just piss you off, I just pick them up and I carry them around, and I'm just like, oh, big baby, big baby, big baby. Who's our big baby?
You gonna have a fit? You gonna get mad? You gonna stomp your feet and cry, huh?
Cope.
Okay, here we go. My brother responded. MC Chris hasn't responded yet, but he said, "Yeah, my brother got in a fight after the show, and he was really worried that Tony had seen the fight. He said that was the worst part to him. Other than that, he said he had a good time. But MC hasn't said anything back yet, so I'm not sure." And my brother posted that about 2 hours ago. So I don't know. God, that I never felt like so accomplished, let also the same just so fucking angry as I did that night.
Oh yeah.
I'm just here to have a good time, and this dude's gonna just grab my dick, like as a seduction technique.
Mm.
And so I threw a punch that came back from like the fucking equator. I hit this man so hard his shoulders touched. I hit him so hard he started clapping for me. Like it was. I know I've told most of y'all this story. Oliver and Morgan, have I told y'all that story?
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, no, popping off some shit like that. Like I said, that's one of those things where I don't give a shit if security's there. I'm gonna look at them and say, "Sup, dude?" right before I put you on your neck. Like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't blame you, like, dude.
Security, y'all can jump in afterwards, and I will fight you too. But right now, this is not you. This is me and them.
This is between me and this man. He needs to know that he is fucked up. I need his. Go ahead.
We've been to have a 3-second come to Jesus meeting that ends with the word.
I feel it's like, look, it's the Lord's job to forgive people. It's mine to send them to Him. And just like I threw that punch so hard it popped my back.
Nah, like, I totally get that kind of anger, dude. That's the same kind of anger I had whenever I was in the mental institution and that security guard come up like he's gonna do some shit, fucking orderly or whatever. I was sitting up there yelling at them nurses about, hey, I ain't asking y'all to bend over backwards and do some shit. I'm asking y'all to do your job. And then he come up and crossed his arms like he's gonna be Billy Badass. I just looked at him, sup, dude, and went right back to yelling at him.
I feel that.
Like, motherfucker, I'll fight you too. I ain't scared of your ass. I ain't coming up here to start no shit and punch these nurses in the face. I'm just asking them to help me out and give me a damn muscle relaxer because my ribs are cramping on me.
Sometimes you just gotta be ready to throw down.
That's it. That's alright though. I got my petty ass revenge on that one. They wouldn't do shit and they told me to go back to my room. I was like, alright, fine. I took that whole cup of sweet, sticky ass lemonade and hucked that motherfucker at their dry erase board that had the schedule on it for the week. Yeah, bitch, have fun redrawing that shit. I didn't ask y'all for much. I asked y'all to do your damn job. That's it.
That's it. That's all I want. Not asking much.
I told them when I check in, I get muscle cramps and shit in my ribs all the time. I might need a muscle relaxer every now and then. They said, yeah, that's fine. We can accommodate that. And the night shift nurses didn't want to do it. I'm like, okay, y'all can have fun redrawing the schedule for about 2 hours. Cause it was a long ass schedule, dude. It had like 3 calendars on that damn whiteboard.
I could see that.
That's why I hucked that lemonade at the whiteboard, because I knew they'd have to wipe that off to get the lemonade off, and that would take the ink with it. Like, yeah, y'all want to be shitty? I can be shitty too.
Hold on a second.
Although nowadays, I don't really have to worry about that too much, because muscle cramps be damned, I got a fucking prescription of 60 hydrocodones a month. So, I can just take one of them bad boys and it makes all the boo-boos go away.
I hear you, little shits. What are you doing?
Ghost Kid's at it again.
Somebody's dragging something around here.
What?
Hold on.
This must be the deck entrance.
Yeah, you can never tell what Funk's Ghost Kids are up to. They always own that bullshit.
Okay. Let's see what the fuck y'all are about to do. Okay. I want to take a picture of this shit.
Rattling chains and knocking pizza rolls off in the floor. Can't believe these childrens.
Oh, I want to show you. So. Okay, so I've taken a picture of my bookshelf. My bookshelf is kind of. Can y'all hear me? I'm kind of far away. I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can hear you. You're kind of quiet.
Okay, I'll come back over. Okay, so I was kind of holding on the side of my room, but basically, my bookshelf's kind of full of shit, and it's a little cluttered. But I don't keep a messy bookshelf. But I could hear something dragging, like something was moving, and I got a look in, and I was trying to figure out what it was, and then I realized one of my books was just about to fall off the shelf.
Bro, are you sure your apartment complex is level?
I mean, I'm pretty positive.
I think that bitch might be leaning.
Man, the bookshelf's like I'll show it to you when you see this, like you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. Like it doesn't look like it could have just fell out to me. Well, here, stream
No, I
visual.
just asked because you've had a lot of stuff come off of that bookshelf.
Oh no, this is a different one. They normally hit the bookshelf in the living room.
Ah, okay.
But I don't have anything on those right now because I took all the shit off as I'm moving. But yeah, if you look at stream visuals, that's like how that book is sitting on there.
That's ghosts. You got ghosts.
I have 2 ghost children, Casper and Delilah, and they like to fuck around and get in trouble.
As children do.
I call Casper because he never told me his fucking name. One day he will.
Oh wow, I just got an email on an update to YouTube's terms of service. They're going to be fucking content creators even more, I bet.
Oh boy.
Nah, I only say that because I'm still salty about a creator I like getting screwed over on a bunch of his shit today.
I saw that. What's up with that dude?
Basically, the dude got like content creation strikes in the past, and you know it's whatever because if they want to copyright claim stuff, he don't give a damn because he's not in it to make money. He's in it to just put the stuff out there and get it seen.
Yeah.
But they've decided copyright claiming is not enough. Now we're just going to start blocking your videos globally.
Jesus.
And incidentally, he seems to have figured out what the culprit is, and I kind of agree with his hypothesis on this, because it seems to be correct. Do y'all know who currently owns the Bleach license? At least the distribution rights in America, I should say.
Oh, Disney owns that shit.
You are correct, sir.
I saw that the other day.
And do you know what's coming back with a new anime soon?
Old Bleach.
Coincidentally, all the videos that got blocked have Bleach music in them.
That sounds about right. Like, I don't know, YouTube's got weird. Like, you know, because they gave me 2 fucking straight up copyrights, no warning, nothing.
Yep.
2 fucking strikes. I don't know. Eventually, I don't know. Maybe we should try to figure out the next YouTube alternative. But
yeah, we're gonna have to find something else. But right now, like, he's dancing on the edge of the razor blade with that shit because it seems like they're fixing to just shut his whole last channel down because of that. Because pretty much every video he's got on there has been playing with fire, where he's using copyrighted anime music. It's just he didn't care about making money, so he was fine with them doing a copyright claim, since they weren't actually levying strikes against him. And now they've just decided, fuck it, your whole channel can't be seen by the world. So, like, dude got really disheartened and was, like, putting it on stream today, where he was, like, actually kind of losing it. He was having a little bit of a breakdown and getting pretty mad about it.
I don't blame him, honestly. Like, that's like, dude, even like as little as my fucking channel is, like when I saw like I had a fucking copyright, strike on there.
Yeah, not a claim, a strike.
A strike, because like I'd gotten claims before, and I was like, oh, okay, well I'll just cut that out and we're good. But like one of them, I can't remember what the first one was. But then
Even
there was
with the
one
claims, usually you can fight those and just be
That's
like, fuck
it.
you, it's fair use. And they'll be like, yeah, you're right, it is fair use. Our bots are stupid.
See, they gave me a thing saying like, well, you can't claim fair use on this here. Like, here's the definition of fair use. It doesn't fit this. And I'm like, no, it does.
It does fit it. You just automatically gave me a strike for no reason.
All right,
like
I hate to interrupt, but I am going to end the stream here. Looks like we'll be
good,
going
sir.
a little bit further. I thought we'd be done by now.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks for you all coming out, and I'll be back on Saturday.
Hell
with
yeah.
Disco. Gosh, where's my mouse? All right.